We're doing this in English again, because fuck it.
Okay.
Before we get to it, I forgot.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wasn't supposed to be like the game and the Discord server streaming?
Oh fuck! Wait, I forgot. Sorry guys. I have
That
one
will
brain
be
cell.
a weird start of the video. Okay, but okay.
We can't have one of these without technical issues. So.
Yeah, it was being too long since the last one, but okay.
It's better. It makes us human, you know.
Exactly.
How many episodes have it been since the last crash?
3.
Crash? 3? Wow.
I think it was Zoom. Zoom was the one who crashed my game. Because as soon as we moved to Discord, it just stopped crashing. So hopefully it isn't going to crash anywhere important.
It was the FBI looking at our data, looking at our cameras.
Let me just
seeing all of you if you are in underwear.
This one thing that I forgot to do last time when we were looking at the status screen for the first time. I forgot to look at Lancer's other skills. I just brain farted for some reason. So he does have Battle Continuation A, as we were talking about. This is going to be important because it comes up later. It doesn't get mentioned in the text, but if you don't know that he can do this, the way he does something else doesn't make sense. And anime-only people watched that scene and had no idea why he was able to do what he did because they didn't have the context surrounding this. But yeah, he also has Restart C, the ability to escape battle, and do some other shit. I don't know. And he does have Divinity B. I think Unlimited BW mentioned in the last episode that he must have Divinity because he's the son of Lu, and I said he didn't, but I was mistaken. He does have Divinity B.
Wait a minute. The previous one. Go to the previous one, please.
The ability to escape battle. It can also return an unfavorable battle to turn 1 and restore the condition of techniques to their initial states. It's kind of like a...
Wait a minute. So he can literally. He has literally he has Joseph's power.
Kinda.
Ninjirundayo, the ability.
Pretty much. Yeah. And it's like it's also, as far as I understand, it's like a debuff cleaner kind of a deal from an RPG. Like you pile up a bunch of effects and conditions, I think you would say in D&D terms, and then he can just get rid of them every time he runs. So. I think
that's something really convenient.
It is convenient. And also I just want to bring attention to this. While Heracles does have Bravery A+, he does not have access to it because of the Madness Curse. So he is in fact, he would be invulnerable to mental damage generally, but I think he can't have any because he doesn't have a mind anymore. So
it would be really important. It would be really useful if he could think.
Yeah.
Which he can't.
So.
I mean, I think he is more heroic.
Just like us.
I know, right? There we go. Before noon. Is it because Tohsaka went home and my tension disappeared? So this is right after Tohsaka's hour-long lecture on servants, and we also formed an alliance with Tohsaka to defeat Berserker. And as soon as that is done, we're going to go back to be enemies. My body feels dull, so I lay down in the living room. Can everyone see and hear everything all right? Just to make sure that we didn't have any technical issues. Thank God.
Wait a minute. Now's the moment. Wait a minute. Now's the moment that there's an end.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet.
Oh, okay, because I'm about to comment on that.
Yeah, and it seems like it's all recording fine as well. I stave off the returning nausea by lying on my side. The clock ticks in the silent living room. I still don't understand what it is. I've noticed that I've started skipping some voiced lines. I've been trying to fix that, so forgive me if I get it wrong. It isn't on purpose. The only thing I'm sure of is that it's beyond me. It would feel more real if I had more interest in the Holy Grail. Maybe it is because it killed your family and all your neighbors. This is very understandable. Yeah. A grail set to make wishes come true. I don't know what kind of a thing it is, but it's an artifact that can even summon these things called servants. It might not go as far as granting any wish, but it should have more than enough value for any magus to want it. But still, I'm not interested in it. It's true that I'm dubious about its reality, but accepting that easy way to reach a goal feels like cheating myself. But this is a fight for a single chair. No matter what your expectations are, as long as you enter it, you can't survive unless you defeat your enemies. And depending on your methods, defeating other masters might result in harm to innocent people. That's why my reason for fighting is not to win the Holy Grail War. You see, that was a mistake, I'm sorry. It is to stop those that would try to win it by any means possible. Shirou doesn't want to win, he wants to make other people lose. I feel dizzy again. It's only natural. Even if it appears to be back to normal, my body was almost split in half a few hours ago. There's no way the sickness will go away quickly. It seems more likely that it'll continue for the rest of my life. Because I was almost killed 3 times in a day. Well, he was actually killed once. If someone weak joins a battle, it's natural for him to get hurt. As compensation for my lack of strength, I almost lost my body. And she was wounded protecting me. I got up. What am I doing? I totally forgot about her because Tohsaka was here. No, I unconsciously avoided thinking about her. Coward. I have been avoiding recalling the girl who was wounded because of me. The one that was bleeding miserably because of me. I pull my resting body together and stand up. Tohsaka didn't say anything about Saber. She said she and Saber brought me here, but she said nothing more. The fact I need to know the most. If she, the one wounded by Berserker, is alright or not. I look through the house, bearing the dizziness. I look around where someone could be, all the guest rooms, but I cannot find Saber. There's no sign of the brave armor-clad Saber anywhere around the house. Tohsaka said servants can become spirits, but I can't do that. No, first of all, I don't understand who she is or how she exists. This is like a new soldier being given a tank. I complain. Well, the lucky thing is this tank has an autopilot function. Even if the driver is terrible, the tank will fight on its own. Angry at my thoughts, I hit my head against the wall.
Based Shirou strikes again.
That's why he's dumb, because he keeps hitting his head against the wall. I apologize to the blonde-haired girl in my head.
Taiga helped a little bit. Sorry for interrupting. Taiga helped a little bit with that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she hits his head already enough, you know. Now I feel like I have to find her and confirm her safety. I searched throughout the house. It's a big house, but I didn't play hide and seek here with Fujin as a kid for nothing. I know the efficient way to search this place. If I haven't found her after searching this much, then there are several possibilities, but I don't even consider the possibility that she's not here anymore. She said she would protect me, so I don't think she would leave this place. It suddenly hits me. Not the house, not the yard, nor the shed where we first met. Come to think of it, there is another large building in this place.
間違いない。
I hurry. I head to the dojo, separated from the main building. I'm a bit tense. If she's not here, I will have to admit that she is gone. That makes me realize the inconsistency. Even though I know nothing about her, I want her to stay. A wooden floored room with nothing unnecessary. A dojo built only to train oneself in. In this silent place, in the faint sunlight, she is sitting there naturally. A space filled with tranquility. The sunlight shining in is white, and it makes her and the dojo into one. I can see nothing amiss in her dignified pose. Just by sitting there, she stiffens the air in the dojo. But there's nothing cold about it. It's because her figure is so pure it makes me forget even about the cold winter air. Even the sound of my breath is a nuisance. The girl sitting Japanese style in the corner of the dojo is definitely the girl from last night. The girl who appeared just before I was killed by Lancer, and the girl that mercilessly slashed him with her sword. Her golden hair that was reflecting the blue moonlight is now one with the warm sunlight. That really makes me remember. This is exactly what I felt when I first saw her. The girl clad in armor slashing her sword to silently overwhelm her opponent. I wasn't surprised by how out of world that scene was. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. It probably wouldn't change even if she was covered in mud. The girl that moved me deeply is still in front of me. That is why I forget even to breathe and continue to stare at her, forgetting about Masters, the Holy Grail War, and everything. In this instant, I have completely accepted Saber.
And an erection.
Indeed. I do not know how long it was. 5 hours. Saber opens her eyes as if awakening from sleep. My disappointed voice echoes loudly through the dojo. Saber stands up, perhaps noticing the sound. I walk towards her, still not knowing what to say.
目が覚めたのですね、シロ。
A calm voice. Her voice echoing through the dojo as if permeating it is surprisingly suited to this place.
ああ、ついさっき目が覚めた。
I answer with a dull head.
シロ、顔色が優れないようですが、やはり体調は悪いのですか？
The golden-haired girl approaches me.
あ、違う、体調はいい。すごくいい。
I quickly step back to get away from Saber. Looking away from Saber, who is tilting her head questioningly, I calm down my pounding heart.
落ち着け。緊張してんだ、俺は。
I take a deep breath, but it doesn't seem to die down quickly. In fact, I don't think it ever will.
だって着替えてるんだよ、あいつ。
I complain without meaning to. Saber's clothes have changed dramatically since yesterday. She's wearing normal clothes, completely unlike her armor. It's rather unexpected and I'm troubled by it. She is terribly beautiful. I thought I figured that out yesterday, but it really hits me now. Perhaps her armor looked so surreal that I didn't notice yesterday. But if she dresses like a girl, as a healthy guy, I'm troubled.
シロ、
I tense up the moment our eyes meet. But I didn't look for her so as to not talk to her. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever.
セイバーだったよな。こうやって落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
I make up my mind and talk to her. And then,
シロ、話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
she interrupts my words with a sullenness that makes her earlier calmness seem like an illusion.
いいけど、なんだよ、話って。
ですから昨夜の件です。シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シロは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては、私でも守りようがない。
Saber says so clearly. That makes the tension I was feeling vanish.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シローが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
She speaks plainly. She is speaking so practically that
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
There
reply
you go.
unconsciously. There you go.
Based Shingo. Shirou.
Maybe she was surprised at being yelled at, but she pauses for a moment as if I've done something unexpected. And then she stares at me with indescribable dignity. I back up a bit, being stared at. Her looks makes me realize that I've said something really out of place and it embarrasses me.
ともかくうちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。それに関しては礼を言う。
それはどう？サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。
Yes,
シ
very
ローは礼
polite.
儀正しいのですね。
Very polite.
Very polite.
Very polite.
あ、いや、
A
別に
gentleman
礼儀正しく
indeed.
なんかないぞ。俺。
More importantly, there's something I need to clarify
Well-
right now.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, that's true. He's self-aware. It's something I should have
Yeah.
asked right after I got home yesterday. If she really is my servant, and if she really is taking part in this war.
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。あ、いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシローの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Saber says so without the slightest hesitation. There's no room for me to question her about it.
俺の剣になるか。それは聖杯戦争とやらに勝つためにか。
シローはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのは。
I can't say it was by pure accident. No, first of all, I didn't even summon her. She just appeared when I was in danger and saved me with her own decision. The result is the
Can
situation
someone
we're in.
explain? By the way, can someone explain why the heck there was a circle of evocation in his room?
They
Just
will talk about
They
it.
were conveniently close to where he was going to die by Lancet.
They're going to talk about it in Heaven's Field.
Wow.
But generally, when you connect the dots, it's going to make sense. They're going to talk about it. They're not going to explain it exactly, I don't think. But there is a reason why, and you'll know it when we come to it. I became Saber's master, and I was dragged into this thing called the Holy Grail War. Not one bit of it was my intention. I'm just an amateur magus that was dragged into this battle beyond my abilities.
それがどうした？どの道戦うしかないって覚悟はしたんだ。今さら泣き言なんて言ってられるか。
I shake my head lightly and stop whining. That's it. I said I'll fight, so I cannot even talk about running away. This will be the last time I will talk or think about whining. No, it won't. Shut up. No matter how the decision came, I have decided to fight.
シロー、
No, he didn't.
あ、いや、なんでもない。けどセイバー、俺についても勝ち目は薄いぞ。俺は遠坂みたいに知識も力もないから、明日にでも昨日みたいなことになりかねない。
Dude, he's honest. Saying, hey girl, you're with a master that sucks. You're really going with that?
I mean, at least he's realistic, right?
それは戦う。
Yeah, fair warning. Hey, I am stupid. Come on, man. Yeah, go on, Gao. I'm sorry for you.
ただ、賞賛がないから、そんな俺についていいのかって言いたいんだ。経過はどうあれ、これは俺が始めると決めた戦いだ。だから。
I think it's wrong for someone to get hurt in my place. Even though I'm weak making Saber fight, and I can't stand letting a scene like that happen again.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロー。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから
That's true. That's why Saber is my servant right now. Then I should try my best not to burden her too much.
分かった。それじゃあ、俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな。
ええ。ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに勝算がなければ私が作る。可能であるすべての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
To obtain the Holy Grail, huh? Tohsaka said servants also have a wish they want granted, so Saber must be no exception. That is why she has no doubts. But that means...
また、セガ、可能であるすべての手段と言ったな。それは、勝つためには手段を選ばないってことか。例えば、力を得るために人を襲うとか。
I cannot finish. Saber is looking at me like I'm an enemy.
シロ、それは可能である手段ではありません。私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど騎士の視界に反し
Oh,
ます。
she's a knight.
ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償としてその刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
I am overwhelmed by her angered voice. But still, I'm happy and relieved. Her lack of doubt gave her the image of a cold fighting machine, but I know now that she is not a cold-blooded killer.
そんなことは絶対にさせない。セイバーの言う通り、俺たちはできる範囲で何とかするしかないからな。本当にすまなかった。知らずにお前を侮辱しちまった。
あ、いえ。私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから頭を上げてくれませんか。
思わず謝ってた。
I raise my head. First time we get Saber smiling. Hell yeah. I don't know what's funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face.
She has a cute
And
face.
he instantly got a boner. But okay.
Indeed. Well, I'm glad she's
Come on,
smiling,
she's
so I won't
pretty.
ask her about it. She is.
We should probably make a limit for dick jokes in each episode.
We're gonna have a counter. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
できる範囲で何とかするって言っただろ。その一環としてしばらく遠坂と協力することになったんだ。ほら、昨日一緒にいたアーチャーのマスター。
Yeah, remember that bitch you almost killed? That's who we're working
Yeah.
with.
リンですか。
Yeah.
そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シローがマスターとして成熟するまで彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
Dude, you suck, so you need to be teached to be decent.
Thank God. If Saber agrees, I can proudly cooperate with Tohsaka. The only other thing I need to ask her right now is choice time. Wait, let me say it. Remember, this is one of those questions that influences our relationship with Saber.
Let's ask if she's alright.
What happens now that there's only two of us and Zevlen and you, Zevlen? What happens if there's a tie?
We
What
have
happens
to,
if there's a tie is that I break it.
we have to
Oh, okay.
pass to the...
Or you could try to reach a consensus about what to vote on. Either way is fine.
I vote to
I'll
yes.
just
She's
go. I will just go with Mapo. Is
Sorry.
she alright?
We're asking, is
That
she
looks-
alright?
That looks like a gentle question to make.
Very well.
That's the only
A
sensible
gentleman question.
I mean,
I mean,
asking
she had
her
a fucking hole in
where-
her stomach.
that's true. But is that as important as asking where she got her clothes, though? That seems
No,
like
you're
the
right.
more important question.
Yeah, I think that's relevant for the plot.
I'm worried
I
about
have
Saber's
another
vote.
question. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more. Now I'm imagining a scene where Rin and Saber are like, okay, so you have the same size as me, okay, so I can take that clothes.
That is literally what happened. I was going to say it, but yeah, that was it. Irene gave Saber one of her clothes.
Okay.
Now we
And-
can add any.
Yep. I'm worried about Saber's body after she was wounded so much.
それよりセイバー、その体は大丈夫か？バーサーカーにやられた傷深かっただろ？
私の体は見ての通りですが、確かにあの傷は敗北に至るものでしたが、致命的ではなかった。バーサーカーが立ち去った後、1時間ほどで治療を済ませました。
Broken healing powers.
じゃあセイバーはもう完全に元通りなのか？
無論です。ですが本調子というわけでもありません。バーサーカーの一撃は単純なものだったので治療できましたが、ランサーの宝具による傷は別です。
She was lucky enough to dodge it, but not and not to die. But
あの槍は特殊な呪いを帯びているのでしょう。彼につけられた傷はまだ完全に治りきっていません。
no,
Wasn't
we
Lancer
Hold
so-
it.
we don't have it in the status menu. I do not believe. There you go. The effect of the lance piercing. No, it doesn't. I don't think it says anything about any poisonous effect. But in the original Legend of Cuchulainn, the spear was entirely barbed, and so whenever it hit your heart, which it always did, its little spikes would kind of explode into your blood vessels, and you would kind of be killed from that as well, from the shock of that thing taking over your body. So it's kind of like that, where it's a poisonous kind of like in Lord of the Rings, I suppose.
He killed his best friend with it, right?
He did. Well, actually, his best friend was trying to kill him. So
Yeah. How old was he anyway? Wasn't he like 17?
he was 17 when he began to protect Ulster from Connacht, but I think he
So
spent
he
5
basically
years at war.
So he basically lived an enemy himself.
Indeed.
So he's like
5 years after he started protecting his land, he had to kill his best friend in combat. It was very sad. And then he died.
how he died. So he's like
Hey,
22.
let's press
Yeah.
F the shit for Lancer.
Lancer's story is tragic. I sent a link with a video
Yeah, I
talking
watched the
about
video.
it. It's pretty cool.
We should probably make a present for everyone who is fighting,
Yeah,
since every single servant is dead and a bunch of the masters are going to get killed.
that's true.
F.
Not completely healed.
F.
It doesn't look that way, but Saber isn't one to talk about her pain. As long as I'm fighting alongside Saber, I should pay attention and worry about her body. Oh, we're gonna know Saber's body, alright.
Ho ho.
Oh, and then I hear the sound of something heavy falling at the door.
どうすんの？
Oh no. I turn around wondering what it does. There. It's
Tiger.
Tohsaka with a big bag at her feet.
はい？
My mind freezes. Tohsaka, who supposedly went home, is at my dojo and she's wearing normal clothes for some reason. And why does she have that big bag?
何しに来たんだ、トーサカ？
何って家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。今日からこの家に住むんだから。
That was quick.
Yes!
Awfully quick.
Yes!
住むってトーサカが俺の家に？
Oh, okay.
協力するってそういうことじゃない。あなたね、さっきの話って
He
一
can't
体何だ
control
った
his
と思ったわ
organ.
け？
Why his house? Even
Because,
their house
man.
was a big fat fortress, magical fortress. Why they're going to his house that has?
Because if
basically
they get
things
attacked,
being
it's
robbed?
his house that gets destroyed, not hers.
Damn, but that's stupid. I know. I was like, okay, what do we have? We
That's
have a
not
bunker
stupid.
and we have a little dug for the ground.
Rina's
We have a
already
bunker,
almost
so we will die
dirt
in the
poor.
second house-
She
in
can't
the
break
second
her
house.
house. She won't be able to pay for it.
Archer just
She's
destroyed the house.
rich. She's rich.
She isn't rich. All her money went to the jewels she's spending trying to keep Shirou alive. She's running out of money, man.
Jewels.
Shirou can work to repair his house. She cannot.
I'm so surprised they can't speak.
That feels like a weird decision.
something.
That's
I
not
have to say
weird.
something back, or something terrible is going to happen, but my head will not function. It's kind of like insurance, really. She's saying,
Now
"Oh,
I'm just
if you
imagining-
betray me, I'm right
just
here." I
Then
can-
I'm just imagining. I'm just imagining Lancer carrying a virtual bag that are like her clothes or something like that.
Actually, what it might be related to is the fact that since Tohsaka is an important family that has generationally been in participating in the war, everyone knows, or the big competitors know where her house is. So if she moves somewhere else,
Yeah,
then she has a better hiding spot.
but still, everyone knows
私の
what
部屋ど
his
こ
house is
用
to.
意してないなら自分
Everyone
で
their
選ぶけど
mom knows who he is.
If you don't have one prepared, I'll choose one myself. Still, the unexpected invader mercilessly continues the discussion. Plus, she might just be
just
doing
want
it
to-
to make fun of Shirou.
I just want to see Taiga's reaction when she comes home and wait, why there's two girls in your
Oh,
house?
it's gonna be interesting, man. Isn't this
It's gonna be
bad?
epic.
Morally.
She's good.
Look, Tohsaka is the idol at my school. Just having her in my house will cause a panic, so having her live here would be
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
and Fujine would kill me. Or maybe she's
Oh,
planning to
yeah.
drive me insane to reduce the number of masters. I think that's
Oh
actually...
yeah,
ついで
Fuji
に
is
彼
her
女の部屋も
picture,
用意したな
isn't she? That
私
would
の
make
赤ちゃんと違
everything more
って白
interesting.
のサーバントはかさばるんだからちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないとまあ布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど
You see, the idea of Shirou sleeping with Tohsaka is so completely alien and impossible. She would never even assume that that thing would happen.
Ah,
Wait,
Yeah.
that means sleeping in the same bed, right?
するかバカ人は黙ってると思って何言い出すんだよお
he
前
probably doesn't have a lot of energy considering how hard he's taking the entire day.
Shirou
They'll be
never
like,
even
"Oh,
touched
yeah,
a girl's
I-
hand before he shook Tohsaka's.
I look at Saber, I get hard. I look at Friend, I get hard. She talks about sleeping in a bed.
論点は違うけどまあいっかですってセイバーシローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ
I mean, guys, it's understandable. Not moving, Saber makes a difficult face.
困りますシロサーバントはマスターを守護
Look
する
at Dean. She knows what she's doing.
最も警護すべき対象なのですから同じ部屋でなければ守れない
そんなこと言われてもこっちはもっと困る何考えてんだお前
I'm just
それでも女か
I'm just imagining Saber jumping in front of her like, get down, Mr. President! With a big fat armor.
I mean, if Lancer showed up in his house and he was hugging Saber in bed, at least he would die a dignified death, you know?
Lancer would stop to see that scene.
He
Like,
would.
for 5 seconds.
He would wake up Shirou
Oh,
and
no.
tell him, "Hey man, you did some good work here." Why are you two looking so?
I'm just imagining. I just really want to Saber to like hit I just want Shirou to like hit Saber in the head while he's sleeping. Like, you know, the kind of people who move while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Not sleepwalking, but just and just.
Yeah.
I just want him to do that to her.
In fact,
would be fun.
Lancer would probably have some memories of the past. Didn't he have a son when he was 15? With
Didn't he kill his
Skaha's
son?
sister? Yes, he did.
Best father.
But it was an
The
accident. though.
Middle Ages.
It was an
Oh.
The
accident.
Middle Ages. But
人間扱い
like
する必要
everything
は
in
な
the
いけ
Middle
ど
Ages before there was
シロにそんなこと
I
言って
mean,
たか
better than the
Preservatives.
Greeks.
No, he consciously asked Skaha's sister to have his child. Because he
At
said,
least
if
he
you don't
asked.
have my son, I'm going to kill you. And so she
At
had
least
his
he
son.
asked.
oh wonderful.
But she didn't. She didn't tell his kid. I think she said she never. His kid could never tell him that he was his kid or something like that, and so they met in battle at some point, and it was a tragedy or something of the sort. I don't remember exactly the story.
What a weird story. God damn it.
My mouth, about to protest, stops. The weird feeling I had when talking with Tohsaka in the living room returns. Actually, I figured out the cause of this feeling.
ちょっと待て、トサカ。
My dick.
お前、いつの間に俺を
Okay, I'll stop. That was the last dick joke of the
あれ
episode.
そうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
なってた。結構前からそんな気がする。
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シロは嫌なの？
Don't you feel good when I do it, man? Tohsaka says so plainly without realizing what I'm feeling. Jesus, just like
No,
you said,
she knows.
Issei.
She knows.
Issei was right
She
all
realizes
along.
everything.
I think Tohsaka-rin is a real devil. She is! She's a monster.
Yeah.
トサカの呼びやすい方で構わない。
I don't
Now
care.
I'm just imagining how this would play out if it was Issei instead of Shirou. That would
Oh,
be
Issei
fun.
would pull out the guns and start shooting.
リン、
Issei
And
would
then he
kill
will
話を聞かない
die.
でほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出てない。
ああ、そうだったそうだった。けど、シロがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど。
それは
You could sleep with me!
シローは離れていただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
だってさ、そのあたりどうなの、シロ？
Oh no. We will not make that.
Hold
We will not
on.
make that.
Why,
he
after
doesn't
only
miss
one
the
day,
chance.
does she keep calling me Shiro like I'm a cat she found? No, that's not the problem, but Saber's room is.
シロー、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護
They
は
are
サー
no
バントの
war.
役割です。
Oh no.
マスタ
These
ー、
sort of things.
自分の立
No,
場を分かってい
no.
ると思い
This
ま
is
す。
happening. This is
Even
happening.
if you glare at me like that, I can't do it.
ダメだ。セイバーには別の部屋を用意する。そのできるだけ近い部屋を用意するから。
Paper walls, it's almost like being in the same room.
Well, considering Japanese walls are really thin, yeah,
セイバーも少しは自分の
practically.
立場ってものを考えろってんだ。
ですから私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
そうじゃなくて自分のことだっての。
Lawyer Saber on the duty.
それ以上言うなら令状を使ってでも言う
Ah, yes.
するからな。
The intelligent
yeah.
choice of using a command spell to tell to the woman to go away. I breathe out hard and intimidate Saber.
そのようなことで令状を使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るのなどということに使われては先が見えない。
Dude, base Shiro. He would do that.
間違いなくそんなマスターはシロが
While
最
the
初
other
にサーブでし
masters are preparing a strategy.
Oh.
I mean, to be
Oh,
fair,
no, he
Rin
would.
already used
Oh,
2 of
he
her command
would.
spells. So,
Oh, he would, Rin. Oh, he really would be the first one to be stupid like that, Rin.
remember that
Well,
time Rin wasted a command
What?
spell telling Archer to do whatever she told him to
Isn't
do?
that right? Isn't that right, Archer? Isn't Rin not stupid, Archer?
Don't be
we want
stupid.
to
I don't
drop
want
the
to-
drop that bag with all the clothes. Just tell us that. Tell us if she's stupid or not.
Jesus, Rin is in the worst situation possible.
I mean, that's true. She has been deprived of her servant.
ですが
She has one
敵に
command
襲われ
spell.
た
Her
時はどう
servant
するので
is
す。
wounded,
アサシンなどは
He's gone.
気
and
配
her,
を標的に
and
忍び寄
her,
ってくる。
and her ally is
そうい
Shirou.
った時
Of all
She is
people.
living in Shiro Emiya's house. That is about the lowest you can get.
I mean, it could be worse. She could be living with Shinji.
That's true. Okay, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
I can't claim I'll manage. I was able to against Lancer, but that luck won't repeat itself.
Oh, it will. This was adapted into an anime.
襲撃
He
を
will
つけられる
he will have a lot
一
of
瞬なら
plot
すぐ
armor.
に
I
察
know.
知できるわ。
Shiro actually
そ
has
れな
very
ら
little plot
シロ
armor.
が襲われる前に駆けつけられる
He
わ。
just doesn't get into trouble. Other
セイバ
people
ー
do.
は好きな部屋に陣取ればいいんじゃない？
Every time he goes to fight, he comes back completely fucked. It's impressive.
Who heavens feel?
In that case, you should.
それは確かにそうですが。
なんなら
I'm
シロの部
still
屋の隣でいいじゃない。 一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤ。
She pronounces the Emiya-kun ostentatiously.
トーサカ。そういうの詭弁って言うんだぞ。
Fucking
あなたの
idiot.
ために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこに？
She is
That's
enjoying
true.
every second of this. The fucking
Oh,
bastard.
yes.
Tohsaka walks to the house with her bag, as if telling us the conversation is over. She looks
Man,
cheerful,
for-
like a
for-
student picking her room on a field trip.
For one moment, I thought if we would be choosing to sleep either with Saber or with Grim, and
That
that
would
would
be
be,
hilarious.
I would lose everything.
Astounding! Her actions are so selfish, we just see her off with a blank amazement. Oh, that doesn't even come close to the way she deals with the people problem. But we're gonna get to that. We return to the main building. First of all, I should show her around the house so she can choose her own room.
こっちが和室。裏側に回ると居間とか風呂とかそういった共通施設に出る。で、縁側をずっと歩いてあっちの別棟に行くと客間がある。
I explain as I walk. Saber follows me silently without nodding. I'm not sure if she's listening or not.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシローの部屋はどこなのですか？
俺の部屋はこっち。割と奥まったところにある。
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
内密に話？
So she doesn't want Tohsaka to hear it. Tohsaka's
How
in the outbuilding.
many? I'm sorry.
Tohsaka's in the
Go on.
outbuilding, so I think this place is okay. But she is a master after all. His house is very large. There's a lot of rooms here. Someone could overhear us, so the open corridor is no place to talk secretly. His house is literally a mansion.
ここが俺の部屋。
Kiritsugu had a lot of money, which he got
Oh.
from.
Apparently, everyone has a lot of money if you're a magus, but okay.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard to make money with miracles, right?
これがシローの部屋ですか？
Saber is surprised at the moment she walks in.
どうした？セイバーをびっくりさせるようなものなんか
Oh,
な
you
いと
see,
思う。
there's a little room right there to the left.
いえ、びっくりさせるようなものがないというより、何もないではないですか。
There's nothing
セイ
here.
バーを
It's
騙して
blank.
俺に得なんかないだろう。ここには寝に帰ってくるだけだし、物がないのは当たり前だ。
Shirou's secretly a psychopath.
そうですか。意外でした。シローはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
Saber enters the Japanese-style room and touches the wall to check the feel of it. It is a soft gesture, as if she understands the object's memory just by touching it.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
暖かい？ああ、まあそうかな。屋敷の作りなのか、この部屋って夏は涼しく冬は暖かなんだ。親父もいい部屋を取ったなって感心してたし。
ええ。部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シローの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Saber says this with relief, but I don't understand what she wants to say.
それで内緒の話ってなんだよ、セイバー。
2つあります。そのどちらもシローと私だけの隠し事にしたいのですが。
いや、セイバーがそうしたいって言うんなら構わないけど、できれば先に内容を言ってくれ。いい話か悪い話か判断がつかない。
I find it amazing that Shirou has incredibly awful social skills to the point where he doesn't understand that she says worm metaphorically.
どちらも悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
Judging by her expression, the bad thing must be our weaknesses.
そうか。話の趣旨は分かった。真剣に聞くから言ってくれ。
はい。まず一つ目。召喚されたサーバントの最初の義務なのですが、これを果たせないことを許してほしい。
サーバントの最初の義務？
自身が何者であるかをマスターに告げるというものです。リンから聞いてはいませんか？
何者であるか告げる。はあ、セイバーの本当の名前のことか。
Servants are heroic spirits. Their identities are heroes, famous in every age. They hide their identities and the scope of their powers with their class names. A servant's real name is something that should be kept hidden. But it is also something the master must know. Because if one does not know which hero the servant is, he does not know the servant's potential. Master and servant are one. They won't be able to fight fully if one keeps a secret from the other. Well, that's just how it would be if I were a normal master. Even if I knew Saber's real name, I wouldn't be able to come up with an effective plan. Most of all, I don't care about it.
いいけど、どうして？
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシローが私の神明を隠そうとしても、シローから知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。シローの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかればあなたの意志に反して私の神明が明かされてしまう。
なるほど、そりゃそうだ。暗示をかけられたら一発だもんな。いいよ、そういうことなら秘密にしておいてくれ。
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも私自身はそう高名なものではありません。
Oh no.
バーサーカーに比べれば数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
Saber murmurs in regret. It's a bit unexpected. Saber has some human characteristics, and she regrets being inferior to Berserker.
いいんじゃないか。切り札は隠しておいてこそ切り札だろ。マスターがこんなだからさ、セイバーが工夫しようとしているのはわかるよ。それとバーサーカーだけど、あれは反則だろう。セイバーが落ち込むことはないし、それに俺から見たらセイバーは全然負けてない。あんな傷を負ってたのに真正面から打ち合ってたじゃないか。
そうですね。昨夜不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
だろ。よし、一つ目の話はこれで終わり。二つ目の話っていうのは？
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが、
俺が半端なマスターだからセイバーが体を維持するのに必要なだけの魔力がないってことか。
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですがシローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。
That's
本
weird.
来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
That's not supposed to happen. So that means I, as the gasoline, am not sending any fuel for Saber to work as an engine.
セイバー、それは
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
召喚時の不手際って。
When Saber appeared, it wasn't anything like a summoning. It was just an accident. Since she was summoned like that, it'd be strange if there weren't anything wrong with her.
待て、それじゃどうなるんだ。魔力を回復できないってことはセイバーはすぐに消えてしまうのか。
ええ、私が持つ魔力を使い切ればこの世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。
Shirou could solve this by killing some people, but, you know, neither him nor
It's
Saber
against-
are into that.
It's against the Chivalry code.
Yep.
召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術です。
He could borrow some magical energy
魔力
from
の消費
Ring.
も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
I mean, there are other ways to do it, but it's
Yeah,
overall a
but-
pretty shitty situation. 。
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
し
But
かし
the He's gonna get into it, you know. I'm astonished. Magical energy is reduced every time she fights, and there's no way to restore it. If she already used up that much magical energy, how much longer can she stay in this world?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
睡眠。眠れば魔力は回復するのか。
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。ですからこれからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
So Shirou is triple fucked because his servant can only fight for a limited amount of time. There's nothing he can do about that that doesn't involve breaking his and her belief codes. And she won't be able to protect him most of the day.
So he's goddamn lucky for the alliance with Rin.
I mean, he's lucky he has an alliance with Rin, but she doesn't have Archer either. Archer is completely fucked. Like, even if she uses him, he's on a very low maintenance mode. Because of what Saber did to him. Remember? She said
There's
even
no
when he
way
comes back, he's gonna come back half, you know, in half power.
There's no way Shirou's gonna win this.
Shirou is ultra fucked. I sigh with relief. Thank God. If that's all it is, I'll accept all she wants.
そんなのいいに決まってるだろ。辛くなったらセイバーは休んでいいんだ。それで少しでも長くいられるんだったらその方がずっといい。
では今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、レイジのバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
As much as I'd like to do that, I can't nod. I can't imagine living with Saber, and most of all, I have my own life as well.
努力はする。けど本当にそれだけでいいんだな。眠っていればその
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずともサーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
そうか。別に全員が全員とやり合わなくちゃいけないってわけじゃないんだ。うまくすれば簡単にこの戦いを終わらせることができる。
The only people I'm going to fight are those with inhuman attitudes. I'm sure that not all of the 7 masters are like that. Tohsaka is ready to fight, but she would follow the rules of the Magi. So the 5 remaining masters, if they all have humane attitudes, I won't have to fight. Saber said she didn't even fight 7 times last time, so this time... Hold on. Even fight 7 times last time?
待ってくれセイバー。その以前もセイバーだったのか。いやそうじゃなくて前回も聖杯戦争に参加してたっていうのか。
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。その時も
There's
私は
a
セーバーで
spin-off
した。
of the first Grail War
中
she
には
was in, isn't it?
複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊がい
There
るの
is,
です
it's
が、
called Fate Zero.
私はセーバーにしか該当しません。
Yes, it's called Fate Zero. It was not written by the same guy, but it was written by a very
It's
good
good.
author. It's really good.
It's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
But you shouldn't watch it. I will say, you probably shouldn't watch it until we are done at least with this route, because it will spoil very important things. In fact, you should probably not watch it until we're done with Stay Night, since we've already started.
Okay. Fair enough.
Our heroic spirits attributed. But I only correspond to the class of Saber. Yeah, tell that to the Grand Order people, man.
Who
Tohsaka mentioned that out of the 7, Saber is the most powerful servant. And this girl is saying she has become that twice in a row.
それじゃ以前はその最後まで残ったのか。
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
She means to say that her master wasn't an incompetent slob. Saber says this as if it's just something natural. That makes me realize even more that I have been given a sword I do not deserve.
入ったな。それじゃ不満だろう、セイバー。俺みたいなのがマスターだと。
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
そうか。それは助かるけど。
She was flawless
But
last
still,
time.
I'm stupid.
Yeah. But she has already suffered 2 wounds this time. In her condition, unable to replenish magical energy, she always has to think about her remaining magical energy. The result of a battle with such a burden was that image of her covered in blood. That image is engraved in my mind. The image of a girl smaller than me covered miserably in blood.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Saber's voice brings me back. When I raise my head, Saber's expression is serious.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
慣れてるって。あんな死ぬような怪我でもか。
Shirou forgets, but she did live before. She was a hero, and she died.
Just a question. She won the last Holy Grail War?
She just said she didn't, so... Here.
She didn't.
See? I'm your servant now because I did not fully win. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the
because
fully there...
I was about to ask that. I didn't think.
The fully there is a little ambiguous, but at least she said she hasn't completely won.
ええ。剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。
Yeah, but as I
私
was
だけが
saying,
傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
when she was alive, she certainly was hurt very badly. She isn't just living this now.
それはそうだけど。
I mean, from Shirou's
怪我をしても構わないっ
perspective,
ていうのか、セイバーは。
from
Yeah.
Shirou's
What?
perspective, she died already.
It's true.
それが死に
Yeah,
至
fair
る傷で
enough.
なけれ
Fair
ば、
enough.
死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
なんだそれ。マスターを守るためなら傷を負っても構わない。
I mean,
っていうのか、お前は。
She's a warrior. It kind of comes in the job description.
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。
Saying so, Saber walks to the sliding screen. Beyond it is the side room. This room was enough for me, so I never used it.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
She quietly opens and closes the sliding door.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
なんだそれ。
That pisses me off. But I can't call out to her, so I just consider her words in my mind. I sit on the porch and look up at the blue sky absent-mindedly. I'm not like Saber, who went to bed already during the day, but I need a rest too. Even though my
Again?
nausea has gone away, I still feel terrible. And on top of that, my shoulders are heavy from all the unexpected developments. I take a deep breath and look over the yard. I've heard what I needed to hear, but the fact that I still don't know anything doesn't change. My senpai as a magus and an official master, Tohsaka, is...
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あとビーカーと分度器。
Talking about the devil?
is intently searching my house for things.
クッションなら隣の客間のを持ってけ。けどビーカーと分度器なんて普通の家には置いてない。
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Leaving that complaint, she goes back to the outbuilding busily.
本当に本気みたいだな。
I guess it has already been decided that Tohsaka is going to stay at my place. When I went over there earlier, there was a sign that said remodeling in progress. Do not enter on the door of the best room in there.
別棟なら遠いし問題はないよな。
The best room for the best girl.
Indeed.
That's
Just what she deserves. Just having Saber around causes some tension, so if Tohsaka was near me too, I wouldn't get any peace. Not with that short of a skirt. Anyways, there's some distance between us. Even if we are connected by a hallway, it's just like a house next door, so nothing should happen unless I go there myself. Oh, but we'll see each other at meals. And we only have the one bath, so we'll have to decide how to use it. Now, thinking about that, Saber's a girl too, so...
バカ。何考えてんだ俺は。
Shaking my head, I lie down in the corridor. I sigh once
Where's
again.
the problem? Wait, what's the problem with pissing where a girl pissed before you, or pissing where a girl will piss later?
It's because of
What?
the old anime conundrum of if I'm not careful, I might walk into this chick having a shower or something, because no one just thinks to lock their door.
Fair enough.
To be fair, as you know, every time you're gonna live with other people, there are this kind of problems. So, it's a fair worry of Shirou's. I sigh once again and stare up at the sky.
Okay, sorry. So I can't move on. So
Maybe I'm tired, but doing all this makes me sleepy.
どうにでも。
Do what you like. Becoming desperate, I close my eyes. Maybe that comment helped. I fell asleep the moment I closed my eyes. Later, Saber, Tohsaka, and I are in the living room. I just woke up. Saber was in this living room, and Tohsaka just finished her remodeling. By the way, this is what the guest room a few hours ago. And now,
シロ、あのエアコンどう使うの？
the scene I saw when I was called was this. She's
Not
very
just that.
organized. Tohsaka doesn't know how to use a fucking air conditioner. I'll just let that sink in.
damn. She would die in Brazil, but okay.
She
She
would.
didn't remodel, she just threw her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she brought all that lab equipment, so that must be what it meant. It's all very, very delicate. How can I put this? I think I may have allied with a terrible person. I can't calm down. These two are complete outsiders. I rarely have guests at this house, bullshit, so that must make the situation even stranger. No, first of all, the appearances of these two don't really fit this Japanese-style house. Well, it's about 7 o'clock now. Even though we're all in the living room, all of us are staying quiet like this is not good for my mental well-being.
二人とも少しいいか。今後のことで話をしておきたいんだけど。
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら？
いいけど、なんだよ。
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
まあそういうことになるけど。
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
そりゃ作るだろう。食べなくちゃ腹減るんだから。
さ、
Based Shirou
な
moment.
ら
I
提
get
案なんだ
hungry
け
if I
ど、
don't eat.
夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これか
No.
らしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
Don't you dare touch a fucking kitchen knife, Tohsaka.
確かにそうだな。
Why?
つい
Why?
いつも調子
She
で考
is
えてたけ
actually
ど、
fine.
大阪がうちで暮らすなら家族と同じだ。飯ぐらい作るのは当たり前だし、俺も楽でいいや。
決ま
You
り
should
ね。
not give this
じ
woman
ゃ
a
あ
weapon.
今日はシロが当番ってことで。
I mean, She doesn't really need a weapon to
作
kill.
戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Yeah,
She is a weapon.
fair point. Yeah.
いや夕飯が交代制なのはいいけど朝飯はどうするんだ朝飯も交代制か
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
Now you see, that is based.
なんだそりゃ
That is literally
勝手なこと言うな
breakfast.
朝飯ぐらい食べないと大きくなれないぞ
Shirou says to the
余
two
計なお世
midgets.
話よ。人の生活スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。とにかく今日の夕食はシローが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
Tohsaka glares at me irritatedly.
分かったよ
And she just got
勝手に
there
作るけど
this day.
セイバーも飯は
Wonderful.
食うんだろ
I mean,
Yeah, man, I just got into your house today. Now you better cook me good fucking food.
用意してもらえるのでしたら
Other masters
ぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Yeah, other masters are what?
yeah, other masters that are planning on how to attack Shirou, how to win this war, and I mean, just the scene.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
talking
they're
about the
having-
important stuff, man. Like
Yeah,
what to
they're
eat.
having important arguments. Who's going to cook? Is that cook going to be good? Is Rin going to have a Gordon Ramsay impression?
They have no chance of winning
それじゃあお
this.
となしくしてろよ
They're
二人とも
completely screwed.
They're doomed.
I grab the apron and go to the kitchen. Fortunately, there's about 3 people's worth of ingredients in the refrigerator. I started cooking rice when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glance at Tohsaka and Saber from the kitchen. They look like they'd prefer Western meals over Japanese food. Yeah, Rin is a fucking colonialist. It's unlikely that Saber, let alone Tohsaka, will understand the tastes of tofu and natto. You understand that Rin is Japanese, right?
Based shit.
そもそも箸を持てないんじゃないかなセイバー
Natto.
We should have a
Natto
counter
is
by the end
disgusting,
of
guys.
this. Like, we should have like a compilation of based Shirou moments.
We should make a Shirou the Cook compilation of every scene where he talks about food. It's gonna last
They should make
25
an anime
hours.
out of it.
Oh wait! I pondered this for a second, but I can't help it. There's only a limited range of dishes I can make with what's in the fridge. Anyways, there's some tofu. After thinking for a bit, I decide to make some deep-fried tofu. For soup, I'll make miso soup with seaweed and tofu. I'll have some chicken, so I'll make teriyaki out of it and make that the main dish. I drain the water off the tofu, season the chicken, and cut the Japanese white radish while I'm at it to make salad. I grate the white radish, cook some green peppers.
Then I just want to hear Tiger scream, "What the heck? Why?" I
Just
just
to
want
be
to
clear,
ああ、情報
scream.
がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。
just to be clear, tofu will be very important to this story.
Yes, tofu
Yes.
is going
Yeah.
to be crucial for the rest of Stay Night.
There's probably
Especially
a
for
challenge in
Heaven's Feel.
YouTube to eat that, to just eat the foods that just eat the food like a challenge.
We
Saber
should.
Fate challenge. Just
We
eat
should
the
do
foods
that.
that Shirou prepared in Fate Zero.
We should do that. I could do that. I've made actual Japanese food before. We could do like a Shirou cookbook
mean-
kind of deal.
I mean, calling that a fact, it was good. It was good.
When we have
It was good.
when
I
we
guess.
have the Christmas special, I'm gonna
The
make some
Christmas
Shirou
special.
dishes for everyone to eat. Y'all can come to my house, and we will eat
Damn.
Shirou food together.
Nice.
残るマスターはあと
Nice.
4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
Including the very important Mapo Tofu. I told them to be good, so what's with that dangerous conversation? Can't they see that I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us? No, they're not even looking.
トーサカ4人じゃないぞ5人だろマスターだって分かっているのは俺とお前しかいないじゃないか
Oh no, he doesn't know about the one in school. I yell, holding the big pot for the deep fried tofu.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、
Oh yeah,
それ
he
に
is
イリア
real
ス
as
フィール
well.
で3人でしょ。 あなたバーサーカーのこともう忘れたの？
I mean, she could be the one at school, so.
That's true. Oh yeah, that girl's a master too. Berserker was so strong that I forgot, but still, I can't believe a girl that small is a master who mercilessly tried to kill us. And did! But that was the bad ending though.
あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょう。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。
2 days and Tohsaka already understands Shirou perfectly.
私が困るんだから。
I don't know how my cooking skill affects her, but what she says is correct. The preparation will be done soon, so I should concentrate on finishing dinner now.
イリアスフィール、バーサーカーのマスターですね。リンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
聖杯戦争に
Almost made it, huh?
ということですね。
Like TSM. Oh yeah, that's just a joke, I'm sorry.
でしょうね。
Bad jokes.
他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。
Oh yeah, because Heracles is a very weak hero.
Yeah, that's the point she's making.
あなたがバーサーカーになったら、
Heracles is fucking broken because he's extremely powerful and is already he gets that bonus. But the side, the backside of it is that he requires insane amounts of magical energy. So not even just to exist baseline, but to control what he's doing, it takes so much more. He just doesn't want to listen to commands.
ですが、それは手負いの指示を従えるようなもの。波の魔術師ではまず操れません。
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターで制御しきれない。だっていうのにイリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚してそいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。
So there's something particular about Ilia's feel. She isn't exactly normal.
同感です。私たちの透明の問題はその次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか？
うん。私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらう。
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しい奴が近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。
I mean, you're still not going to mention that was said to be have essentially be a bunker for a medical family who's in this for years, but okay. Yeah, anyway.
The two are continuing on without me. I'm a bit annoyed. I'm making dinner, so why are they talking without me? First of all, Tohsaka is too friendly with Saber. Well, it's true that Tohsaka isn't that friendly with me, so it helps if Saber talks to her, but the face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet looks disappointed. That's weird. Why am I angry? Because you're jealous, you fuck. I prepared the dishes for the three of us and put the prepared dinner on the tray. I moved to the living room. I put the tray in front of Tohsaka.
何怒ってるのよ、シロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
別に怒ってなんかないけど、トーサカ、慣れ合いはしないんじゃなかったのかよ。
I glare at her. Tohsaka goes, huh? And after that, makes a frightening smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。安心なさい。別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
Ha 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 ha. I can tell my face is blushing.
Okay.
I can tell what I'm angry about after Tohsaka tells me.
お前
あら、違ったならごめんなさいね、エミ役。
That's Fox.
I mean, it would
That's-
be interesting to
that's
see
Fox.
Ring stealing Saber.
I retreat to the kitchen to get the rest of the food. She really got me. Tohsaka is still smiling and Saber is expressionless as always. Man, I'm really worried about whether we can continue with this member. Such a burden living with the best girl in the fucking planet. And that way dinner
If she
starts.
tortures her every day, it probably is.
No man, the torture is
And
the good part.
considering Tiger is probably going there, it's about to get bad.
That's true. Thank God it's Sunday. I'm silent. With what happened earlier, it annoys me to talk to Tohsaka, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber eats dinner silently. Her gestures are elegant, and I can't possibly imagine she was swinging around a sword. And, well, how should I put this? She nods every time she eats something she hasn't eaten before. Her gestures are strange. It must be her way of expressing that it's good. By the way, she
What a
is able
weird
to use
fetish,
chopsticks.
Shirou. What a weird fetish, Shirou.
On the other hand, Tohsaka is...
よし、これなら勝った。
She clenches her fist after taking a bite.
明日を見てなさいよ、エミやシロ。
She shakes her clenched fist. She has the good fuel, man. God,
Fufu.
have I done something bad?
Yes.
さっきの話だけど
The two both raise their heads. Hold on. Hold on. Even one of them is enough to tense me up, so they shouldn't both react.
さっきの話って何のことよ。
だから今後の方針ってやつ人が飯作ってる時に話してただろ
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか。
そうそれ具体的にはどうするのかなって思って
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ。あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？
わからない2年近く学校にいて遠坂が魔術師だったなんて知らなかったんだぞ俺。
やっぱりそうなのね。まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし。セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
That's pretty large.
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその功績は残るもの。
つまり街中を調べろってことか。
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。とりあえずはこっちの体制が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと、腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと、できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと、日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること。あとは
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーは民の護衛ができますか？
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
私のマスターですね。
そう。ちょっと聞いてる？シロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、そういう時に備えてセーバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
分かった。努力はする。
I respond without interest. I understand what she's saying, but I'm resistant to being with Saber all the time. I feel nervous talking to Tohsaka, but Saber makes me even more nervous. No, it's wrong to say that I'm nervous. I'm just bad at talking with Saber.
何か
なんでもない。おかわりなら継ぐから茶碗よこせよ。
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした。
Senpai noticed me. Ah!
Senpai noticed.
I look away before I realize. I can't even look at her normally, so how can I stay with her all the time?
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
学校？シローは学生なのですか？
そうだけど、ああ、そうか。セイバーは生徒じゃないんだから学校には入れない。
学校に行かないということはできないのですか、シロー？
できないよ。普段通り生活しろってんなら学校には行かなくちゃ。それに学校に危険はない。
It is a pretty good place to stay at. I mean, if you disconsider the fact that there's a blood-sucking boundary field there, but...
Anyway.
Well, it's not like, you know...
Yeah,
Dina's right.
It's not like she found Lancer and Archer fighting in the school, but okay.
Well, he did, but it was at night. Adina's right. For a master to attack someone else in the middle of the day, he has to be crazy, because if people notice that you're fighting, you have to kill all of the witnesses. And if you kill a bunch of children in broad daylight...
So, or at least he's going to be cracked down by the Magic Association, so...
Exactly. The church, the Mages Association, everyone's going to come after your ass up.
だからもしもの時なんてないって。
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Saber nods, though she looks discontent. The night wears on. It seems Tohsaka has prepared and taken her bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. Geez, it seems she's really selfish from her first day here.
今後のためにも早いうちに主導権を握っておくべきだろうな。
I know that, but seizing the initiative from her seems really difficult.
こんなついでに言えば頭が痛いのがもう一人いるんだよな。
No, rather the main problem. Tohsaka will understand if I talk to her, but this person doesn't seem to understand however much I talk to her.
セイバーか。悪いやつじゃないっていうのだけはわかるんだけど。
Saber's back in her room. Tohsaka should be resting in her room in the outbuilding. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time until bedtime, so I should talk to Saber. Honestly, I have to get over my inability to talk to her, or I'm worried about our future. First of all, ignoring her being a servant and all, she's a girl from a younger age. There are a lot of things I'll find out from talking to her, and most of all...
早いとこ慣れないといつまで経っても遠坂に冷やかされる。
Yeah, that's troubling. It's troubling, so I should be able to talk to her more lightheartedly. Are you guys still available to go, or do you want to cut it short?
Yeah, probably make this a short episode would be...
Very well. It's a shame we won't be able to finish this day, but I suppose that if tomorrow we can if we can go farther, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I will save just for the sake of it, and then I'll just cut off the recording here.